Here we are live. Thank you so much, guys, for bringing us to our 10th episode of the Infinite Agent podcast. And I'd like to thank our unofficial sponsor. Has nothing to do with us, but we hope they will at some point. Fiji Water. Episode number 10, Brooks.
Best water on the planet. Yes, Jonathan, thanks for having me. I love being the co-host of the Infinite Agent.
Absolutely.
And
this is a refreshing day because we have two CEOs here that I'm just honored when I get to spend time with either one of these friends. And one of them's from Chicago, Illinois, flew in for a big event and is here today. I can't wait to get to Eddie Garcia. Another one has just opened their first brick and mortar, which was in response to the mega viralness of her company, Mavwix Fragrances. Megan, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for having me. Super excited to be here.
It's going to be a good episode because there is going to be so much high-level conversation on this. I can't wait. And you want to introduce your friend that you brought?
Yes, so I brought Chris. He is our CEO, and our latest hire as of December has absolutely changed our company for the better and has made us a lot of money.
that's awesome.
Fantastic. I like money. That's so cool. Where are you from, Chris?
I'm from San Antonio originally.
Okay, San Antonio. Did you move here for this opportunity, or?
I actually had moved to Bryan College Station for college.
Okay.
And so moved there, and Megan is actually my sister-in-law. So,
Okay.
I've been kind of watching their business grow since the inception. And so along the way, just asking curious questions. I've always liked business and just analytics and kind of understanding how that works. And I mean, they have an amazing story that she'll get into here in a little bit. I'll let her tell it herself because she tells it way better than I think anybody else does.
Love that.
But yeah, basically just kind of watching it grow, and the opportunity came back in December, November, to start full time. And so moved my family up here. And been working since.
You know, this is kind of cool because we have the chat that'll be going the entire time, so we're going to make some people famous. If you have any questions for Megan or for Chris or Brooks or myself, or when Eddie and Jason come on here in just a minute, please don't be shy. There's no chat that's too funny. There's no emojis that are too many, and there's no questions that are too naive. We want any and every question. Just talk to us in the chat, and we'll talk back. We all have unprescribed ADHD, so we can't wait for something to shoot us off the tracks, and a little distraction never hurts. Let's go to the chat real quick. Barry Bledsoe is watching live from Crowley, Texas. What up, Barry? I want to know, Megan, this has been like, how many weeks ago? Multiple weeks ago I asked you to be a guest, and I've looked forward to this since the day that you said yes. It was kind of hard for me to ask, I'm not going to lie, because I'm kind of like a fan of everything you have going on with kind of the Retta Baptist Church situation, the daycare there, and I was trying to help several families get out of that situation. And then I was like, look at what she's doing, and the Mavwix is blown up even more and more and more and more. And then your brick and mortar driving by, I'm like, it's so gorgeous. I want to hear, like, if I didn't know you at all, and I'm in town from Chicago, Illinois, and I have no idea what your story is, tell me how you like to tell your story.
Well, first of all, I just have to say, it's crazy that you say you're a fan of me because when I was 16, I was a diehard FTSK fan.
Uh-oh. Cue the sound effects there. My goodness, this is getting awkward.
So anyways, that's
Thank
super
you.
cool.
Thanks for edifying me.
So we had my youngest son in April of 2020, right in the middle of COVID. They weren't letting anyone in the hospital. He also ended up being a NICU baby, which made things even harder, to the level of care, to people being able to see him, to having to leave him there. So after that whole thing, I just really struggled with postpartum depression. And my husband was doing everything he could to get me off the couch. And so we did not have very much money at all, single income family, pretty low class, or lower class. And so he sent me with the money that we did have and said, go out and find something for yourself.
Wow.
And so the creative person that I am, I went to Hobby Lobby and I found this candle making kit, and I was like, oh, that seems fun. So I brought it home, and it was the worst candle in the entire world. I wish I still had it.
You don't have that candle anymore?
No, and that's like my biggest regret to date.
Oh, dang. If that candle was in a glass case in the like Mavwix brick and mortar, that'd be so sick.
I know it would be. I'm really mad at myself about that. But I just fell in love with the process. I was like, this is fun. And so I started like fixating on like better ingredients, better, fragrances, how to make a candle that is not terrible for your health too. And so I started doing it. I was researching, I was practicing, and I was like, I can make a business out of this. And so we ended up naming it Mavwix, which my middle son's name, his name is Emmett Maverick.
Oh,
and so
cool.
Mavwix was just a fun play on, candles.
That's pretty awesome.
And then it just stuck. And so I started posting them on Facebook. The very first official month I was selling my candles, which was November 2020, we sold 430 candles on Facebook.
Oh,
wow.
my gosh.
And I had the same reaction. And so
That's like 12 a day?
yeah,
Like one every hour?
It was a lot. And I was doing it all by myself in the spare bedroom of my house. And then it just kept growing. We got on TikTok before TikTok Shop happened, and we started having viral moments, which was driving traffic to our website and really helping us explode. And then TikTok Shop happened, and that exploded my business in a way that I'm forever grateful for. I don't think many businesses will ever see the kind of, or have ever seen the kind of growth that we've seen in such a short amount of time. Our first year doing business, we did around $100,000. The second year, it was like $450,000. Third year was $2.2 million, and then the fourth year was $32 million.
Oh, my
wow.
gosh.
So it was insane growth. But
Can you repeat that real quick for the people in the back? Can you say that growth one more time? Like, get your pen and paper out. She's about to say something that now you're prepared for. Go again.
First year was around $100,000. Second year was around $450,000. Third year was $2.2 million, and then the fourth year was $32 million.
Wow.
In
Mic drop
revenue.
moment.
Yeah.
This is what they call the hockey stick growth. Like, it's not linear. Eddie Garcia was mentioning something earlier about growth that really stuck with me. Growth is not linear. Like, when it starts avalanching, it's like a hockey stick. And 100,000 first year was amazing. I can imagine that feeling. But year 4, talk about that number.
Insane. I give a lot of credit to TikTok Shop. It was a new platform. It was a new shopping, marketplace. And we started really focusing on like some more advertising. We started focusing on working with affiliates. So affiliates can post on TikTok about our products and then earn a commission. And so that helped just drive the virality a lot more.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So I want to hype Megan up here a little bit because she's being humble, saying it was thanks to TikTok. It was a lot of thanks to her as well and her vision. So Megan, I want you to talk about like your concept of bringing affordable luxury to the mass market, because I think you were one of the first ones to pioneer that concept. And I think we've seen a lot of other companies who have tried to duplicate it, but obviously your personality, your understanding of, virality marketing, like you've played a massive part in that growth. And so can you talk about like kind of how you started, or I guess what was that pivotal moment for Mavwix when it came to like kind of becoming the affordable luxury brand?
Yeah, I really just wanted, I wanted people to be able to afford nice things. I am a big lover of Louis Vuitton. I noticed your case.
Yes. And my belt.
I am a Louis
fan.
Vuitton addict.
Yeah, so-
But not, in 2020, Megan could have never,
Yeah.
So I wanted people to be able to experience that and afford it as well. I will never forget, a mom called me last year in tears because she has a middle school daughter who was getting made fun of at school because all her friends were wearing Baccarat Rouge 540 perfume, which is like a $400 bottle of perfume.
Okay.
And they couldn't afford it. So they bought our version, which is called Enchanted Rouge. And she bought the spray so that she could keep it in her backpack and spray herself throughout the day because it's skin safe. It's basically a perfume. And she immediately started feeling acceptance towards her friends. And her mom called me in tears, just like, thank you so much for creating this, because I could have never afforded that perfume.
So let's go to the chat real quick, and then we're going to come right back to this because we have a ton of chat. It's blowing up. Thank you, Ashley Forston. She's watching live from Granbury. And Jose Torres says, good afternoon, exclamation point. 2 of our Realty of America friends there. Ashley Forston says, love with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 O's, their sense, 3 exclamation points. Thank you, Ashley. And Lindsay Rowland says, faith and favor, triple exclamation point. Now, here's what's interesting about this. You said that it's a $400 fragrance, but what's the price of your fragrance that compares?
Well, we currently sell that spray that I was talking about for around $12.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my gosh.
And it's 8 ounces and not 3 ounces.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, and there's another fundamental thing that I think that everyone needs to take away from this, and that was you were going through postpartum depression, and your husband invested in you. And so what can make or break someone was this point where you were actually struggling, right, to a certain extent, and he invested in you, and then you took it and ran with it. And I think that that's very important because that's success.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's probably his best investment to date.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Is he watching?
I'm sure he is. He had to
Okay.
go pick up the kids from school.
Why don't you give him a shout out in the camera number 2 right
I
there?
love you, babe. Thank you for investing in me.
Now, here's what I see a lot from the sidelines, that you and him work very closely together. What is his role in the company?
He is a master problem solver. You throw any problem his way, he can come up with a solution right then and there, and he's going to execute to the full extent. So he does a lot of like operational type stuff, and then works very closely with Chris on all the numbers and financials.
Okay, so Omar Valadez says Roa repping, double exclamation point, and praise hands. What up to Omar Valadez? And Bobby Miner says my guy, exclamation point. What up, Bobby? Hope you got your car fixed that we talked about this morning. This is interesting for people that are finding this today, which we have hundreds and hundreds of people watching right now. If you are watching right now, drop a chat, and that excludes Jason, who is our co-host, who says, do you have anything that can make Brooks smell better? Triple exclamation point.
Impossible.
Let's get into the male sense. I tell you what, that's a great segue right into so you have products for men as well.
Yes, we do. I actually brought some for you. They're in my car. I was going to get them afterwards.
Dude, awesome. So I guess she brought me some deodorant, so I appreciate that. So sorry, that's such a dumb joke. I'm a father now, so I have the dad joke problem, that a lot of dads have. So do y'all have, tell me the products that you have. Do y'all have, just tell us the products that you have.
So we have laundry detergents in both liquid and powder form, fabric softener. We have an upholstery deodorizer, which you just sprinkle on your carpet and vacuum up, make sure your house smell good. We have room sprays. We have oil diffusers, so what you would use in like a water diffuser to make your house smell good. And then we have hand
Is that like the
soaps.
Young Living? What?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say
No,
that
you're
brand.
fine.
But that's like the kind of the smoke that comes out. Okay. Y'all sell a ton of smells for those and oils? Okay, cool.
Yeah, and then we just released our newest viral product. It's called Gone Girl. It's an instant stain remover. So if you spill, ketchup on your shirt or something and you're out at dinner, you spray yourself and it disappears.
I need that. Jason needs that.
I can't tell you how many times I've looked at Brooks and said, "Gone, girl." All right, sorry. Let's go to the comments. Julianne Cuniff says, "My baby girl!" Triple exclamation point. Julie's actually leading the exclamation points with 3 so far in the chat today. And Crystal Curley McKinley says, 2008 Megan would be so grateful for 2025 Megan. You did the thing. I'm so proud of you. Double hearts. That is so sweet.
Yeah, she's been with me this whole ride.
That is so sweet. I love that. What would you say to Crystal? Look in the camera and edify her.
Crystal, I love you and miss you so much.
Oh, that's so sweet. I love that. So I want to talk about the business aspect of this because you did what I preach a lot. A lot of times successful businesses work this way around this quote. I didn't go into business, I grow into business. Sounds like you grew into business very quickly. What was one of the biggest challenges of, oh my gosh, we just made $34 million this year? Because people hear that and they're like, there's not a challenge with that. That solves every problem. Talk about that.
I think our biggest challenge was, when all these orders started coming in and realizing we didn't have the people to pack all these orders, because we pack and make everything ourselves.
Do you really?
Yep, everything. Start to finish.
Is she
creative
telling
concept.
the truth on that?
No, she really is.
Are
She
you
really is.
serious?
Yeah.
So,
That's what you're talking about, like the grind, the
Yes.
level of work that she
100%.
puts in. Wow.
Yeah. So realizing we didn't have the people, and so posting on Facebook, just trying to find bodies to throw at problems, get hands packing orders, and then realizing, like, coming to the realization of like, well, this isn't the best move either because you can't just throw anybody, into a position. So that was really difficult, and then having to learn how to downsize the business in order to grow more in the future.
I know what you mean, like slow down to speed up. Now, here's the other side of this. You got to be constantly top grading your hires, I guess, like getting rid of some, top grading to a better fit. Brooks says right butt, right seat.
Yep.
You got to make sure it's not just the right seat, but the right person for that seat. Were there some tough, like, firing or showing of next opportunities or parting of ways along the way?
Yeah, that's definitely been the most difficult. I always tell business owner this: the hardest part about owning a business is having employees. Like, it's a lot of personalities, it's a lot of different opinions. So.
And look at the chat. We're going to have to go to the chat because it is coming through to the point where we're going to have to scroll up quite a bit to get caught up on it. Let's see what we got here. So, Realty of America left us double flame emojis, Roa in the house. Now, Realty of America is leading the emojis with 2. That's an easy one to beat, but right now Realty of America is in the lead on the emojis in the chat. Dylan Elliott says, so proud of this company, double exclamation point, and I wouldn't be where I am today without Megan and Austin and this company, triple exclamation point. What do you want to say to Dylan?
Dylan, you have a special place in my heart, girl.
That is so sweet. Colton Obregon, like my little brother, lives next door to my parents. He says, I remember when they started, exclamation point, awesome work, triple exclamation point. That is so good. My first product, can you scroll up, Josh, just a little bit there? What is this?
Came from TikTok. Had no clue where you were local. Super pumped now.
Oh, my gosh.
From Ashley.
Where does she live? Oh, Ashley's in Granbury. Yeah. So you have a raving fan, a Realty of America agent who lives in Granbury who's also a raving
Thank you,
fan.
Ashley.
So that's
How
cool.
fun.
That's awesome.
Actually, is Ashley at Realty of America?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Sorry. I want to make sure. Emmeline Brown says, let's go, Realty of America. Exclamation point, heart hands, the hat, exclamation point, heart. I love that. Now, Realty of America is going to be hard to beat with 6 flames in there. Kennedy Hardy says, so awesome for you, double exclamation point. Found a cow print dough bowl candle in a closet right before you announced your new products coming, double exclamation point. Love how far you've come and seeing your storefront every day, Blackheart. What do you want to say to Kennedy?
Thank you, Kennedy. You've been buying from me from the start, girl.
This is so
You're an
good.
OG.
This is so good. The OGs are showing up. Emmeline Brown with Roa exclamation point and a heart. We love you, Emmeline. Stephanie, Yvonne. Emmeline, where are you watching from? Drop the city and state you're watching from. That'd be awesome. Actually, since we have several thousand now watching, let's do this. Everybody watching, drop the city and state you're watching from. Let's see how fun this will get. This should be really fun. Stephanie Yvonne Smith says, got anything special smelling for Cass? Exclamation point, question mark.
Stephanie, get him some Monarch. He needs it.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, wow.
So you also give advice on fragrances. Like you can tell me, like you can come sniff me and tell me what I should probably.
Yeah, depending on what you like, yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm Megan's nanny, double exclamation point. I'm so proud of Megan and glad Chris joined. Look at this. Javier Alday's watching from Berwyn, Illinois. Look at this. Roa, Chicago, Illinois. Erica Martinez with a heart there. What up, Erica? Kim Henderson's in Kansas City watching. Emmeline Brown's in Chicago watching. Look at this. Burleson, Texas. Dylan, Chicago. Triple exclamation point and stars. Love the products. Love the success even more. Keep up the grind. Triple exclamation point. Burleson, Texas. Bump fist emoji. Flexing arm emoji from Magdalene Madelt. What do you want to say to him?
Thank you.
That's so cool. Look at all these people. Jamie Koppenbarger, Burleson, Texas. Megan Martinez, Mansfield, Texas, exclamation point. Love Mavericks, triple exclamation point, flame emoji. Kennedy Hardy from Burleson. Lindsay Rowland from Fort Worth, Texas. What up, Lindsay? My favorite cashier at HEB Burleson. Lindsay, shout out. So here's the question I got to ask. If you could go back today and do anything differently, what's one thing you would do differently knowing what you know now that you didn't know then?
I probably wouldn't have focused on putting all of my eggs into TikTok at first because we made that mistake. And we're fixing it now, where we have an incredible marketing agency. They're actually the marketing agency for the Texas Rangers, so they're top notch. And they are
Breaking news. Josh, did you hear that? That is sick. Texas Rangers marketing agency, marketing Mavericks.
And so they're going through and they're fixing things so that we're getting more traffic to our website now versus just TikTok because TikTok's so, wishy-washy about what they're going to do.
Yes. And I heard they take a commission split.
Oh, yeah. They take a lot of fees.
Yeah. So if somebody wants to buy your product, just tell where they can get your product.
Shopmavwicks.com is the best place to get it.
Love it.
Or you can find us on TikTok on Mavwicks Fragrances.
What's your highlight of your career?
All the travel opportunities. TikTok flew me out to LA a few months ago, and they awarded us with Home Seller of the Year for 2025.
What?
Congratulations.
And I was up next to brands like Tarte, Pop Mart, Halara, so some really big heavy hitters.
Did you know that, Brooks?
I did not.
I didn't know you got Home Seller of the Year.
Yeah.
That is
so
awesome.
Can we cheer that on, Josh? Do you have some sort of awesome look how good he is. That's what I'm talking about. Home Seller of the Year on TikTok?
Yeah. And so it was super humbling to be able to stand up next to all those really big brands.
And so TikTok flies you out. I don't have a single friend that said that. So talk to us about how that happens. They
Yeah, they call us and they say we need you here, and I show up, and they come out here more than I go out there. Honestly, they're always in Burleson, by the way, to come see us. So.
I mean, my house is open if they want to stay with me next time they're in Burleson. I'm glad to offer my bed to TikTok. So just.
But yeah, they've flown me to LA and to New York quite a few times, and so.
So does TikTok have a New York and an LA headquarters? Mm-hmm. And you've been to both?
Yeah, they're immaculate.
And where was the TikTok Awards? Wasn't there like TikTok Awards this year?
Well, the one we went to was just for sellers, and they had that. What city was that in? Was it in Los Angeles? California?
Yes, it was in LA. It was their annual summit, and so they did the awards during the summit.
Did you leave with some hardware?
I left with a really nice plaque.
Oh my gosh, did you bring it?
No, I wish I would have, but you can come into
It's
our
at the
storefront and
storefront.
see
Oh,
it.
it's in the storefront? Okay, and
awesome.
give the address of your storefront.
It is 520 North Broadway, Suite C, Joshua, Texas, 76058.
It is gorgeous, by the way.
Thank you.
Who was behind the design of the black bottles, the clean shelves, the open concept?
So all of it, well, I worked with somebody. So the black bottles, the design of our products is all me. And then I worked with one of our employees, her name's Lexi, and she helped me design the storefront top to bottom. She executed the entire project and then ran things by me to okay and approve.
Dude, you are an awesome woman. You're like a boss. I'm so like blown away by your
you.
story. I want you like selfishly to get a lip balm for men. Like I have this little gold lip balm that some mortgage, like some company at a trade show had this bowl of gold round things, and like my ADD, I was like, what are those? And I grabbed it and opened it later, and I was like, oh, it's lip balm. And it just stays in my truck. And because it's just such an awesome design, I was like, I wonder if Mavericks will ever get into lip balm.
If only.
If only.
Oh,
We may have
stay
something
tuned.
coming down the pipeline.
trying to reel that in.
Stay tuned.
All right, so I think I'm onto something there. I may have guessed. I saw your secret bottles. Those are gorgeous.
Thank you.
I think I know what they say. I tried to like zoom in.
Yeah.
That's exciting. So you've been working on that 8 months?
Yeah, so we've been working on a whole new line for the last 8 months. We're expecting to drop it hopefully before Black Friday.
Do you have anything you can tease, like tease?
I will say it's not home fragrance. It's more along personal care.
Oh, okay. Sounds awesome. So stay tuned for that. Would you come back on the podcast and like once that drops and tell us about it?
Absolutely. I would love to.
Be awesome. Okay, cool. Is there any questions in the chat that you guys want to ask Megan while you have her, who is extremely productive? She's always on the move. You don't know what state she's going to be in, but she's right here in this moment right now. So if anybody wants to ask her any questions, there's about 5 minutes left where you can ask her some questions. I'm going to go read through some of this. My goodness. Thank y'all so much for this chat. We have Sam Rodriguez. What up, Sam? That's Terrence. Oh, man, that's so cool. Good to see you. That's one of my favorite drummers, Sam Rodriguez from Austin, Texas, with a sunglass emoji. Lindsay, I see your LOL. Crystal from Crowley, Texas. April Stars from Chicago with a waving at us. Making the car diffusers right now, says Jessica Judd. Talk about that.
She's one of our employees. She's making our little car diffusers at work right now.
She's holding it down at the
Yeah.
headquarters. Thank you so much for doing that. April Star with 5 clapping hand emojis. She's only 1 emoji short of setting the record. And we should use her products as gift for our real estate sales. Now that is
a good
awesome.
idea.
That's a
That is
great
good
idea.
Oh, yeah.
Raise
do
your
some
hand
wholesale.
in the chat if you would like to receive some Mavwix products as a closing gift. Let's see what kind of feedback we get. I want to buy like $50 worth of product right now and give it away on the show.
We can do that.
So
I'll match you. I'll give away a $50 worth of product too.
okay, there you go. So what did I just buy?
Chris?
I would do maybe like, I don't know, multi-purpose cleaner or the, I feel like for like a house, it's like
Definitely
the
some
house cleaner.
Gone Girl.
Some Gone Girl would be probably really good, yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's give away some Gone Girl.
You know what? Let's do this. Let's give away 2 lovers bundles. One from him, one from me.
Okay.
It comes with an assortment of all of our different products.
Okay.
And a fragrance that they like.
So what's in a lover's bundle?
Chris?
Yeah, so it's our top 6 products. So it's going to be a car diffuser, our upholstery deodorizer. It has fabric softener, liquid detergent, powder detergent, and mop soap.
Dude, this is sick. Okay, so
Yeah.
we're going to give this away. And so I'm going to give a trivia question to Brooks. You have 1 minute. You can use your phone. But in 60 seconds, Brooks is going to have a trivia question. The person that gets closest to the trivia question will win one of them.
Okay.
And then Eddie and Jason are about to come on because we're about to do CEO Spotlight number 2 for the CEO of Realty of America. And Eddie is going to have a giveaway. So he's going to give some question, and the person that gets that question closest will win the second one. Does that sound good? Mm-hmm. So we're going to let Eddie Garcia give one away. We're going to let Brooks give one away. And what are these called again? What are we giving away? The Lovers Bundle?
Bundles. Yeah.
Okay. It's not exactly what I pictured, so I'm glad you described it for everybody out there. I bought a Lovers Bundle on Temu one time, and you should have seen what came in. But anyway, all right, moving right along. Amanda Goodson says, I have the mop, the hand soap, and the carpet powder, exclamation point. And the Greg Potts team is on YouTube Live. They said, do you have anything that can make Brooks smell better, triple exclamation point. Yeah, I don't understand the attack going on for Brooks, but he's going to be swinging for the fences with 1-2 punches after this episode. And Kim Henderson says, me, quadruple exclamation point. So she would love to get realty closing gifts from Mavwicks. And what would you say your favorite scent is? So there's that question. And we got 2 more questions. What's your favorite scent?
I'm going to say right now my favorite scent is our Velvet Cherry. So if you've ever smelled like Tom Ford's Lost Cherry, it's very similar to that. It's not like the medicine type of cherry. It's a very luxurious cherry.
So is it unisex or female?
Yeah, definitely unisex.
Okay. And so is there something that consistently sells out? Like a scent that's like, this is it?
We try not to ever sell out because we're just good at manufacturing. But our top sellers are Enchanted Rouge and Brazilian Summers.
So do you have the Louis Vuitton scent?
I don't. I should, though, but I don't yet.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Man, I keep pulling the future out of Mavwicks. I like this. That's good. Okay. Let's go to 2 more questions, and then it's going to be time to transition to another CEO. Are y'all enjoying this, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
Are y'all
So
enjoying
much
this?
fun.
Yeah, this is awesome. Thank you for having us.
And the viewers, are y'all enjoying this? Like, this is amazing to get to kind of get a transparent look into Megan's life and Mavwicks and the company. Megan, how do you remain disciplined? Emmeline Brown is asking.
Really just keeping focus on what I want out of life. My kids are my biggest driver too. I want to be able to look at them and hand them this down one day and say, here, go make it 10 times bigger, if that's what they want. But that's my drive.
I love that so much. I think that, you know, there's success leaves clues. And as I watch you, I see a lifestyle of somebody who is consistent, who is persistent, who always finds a way to win. And I think that's something that if anybody can take away from watching your social media, they're going to learn that there are hard times, because I've seen you just be so transparent and you leave it all on the table. And I love that about you, because there's an endearing quality to transparency. But through all that tough times that you live out loud with, you always find a way to win. And I love that about you.
Thank you.
And I think that if anybody's watching today and you want to continue asking Megan questions, would you hop on the chat like later this evening and answer some of these questions and continue? It's just flowing like the Nile. I mean, I can't explain how grateful I am for all this chat. Tanya Diaz says, love it. Look at this. Someone up there said, hi, Judy, from Kim Henderson. Kim Henderson. There was one up there. Love the laundry detergent from Don Monroe. I mean, this is just, do you feel edified? Do you see what a difference you're making?
It's really humbling.
So good, man. Like, I love to support local, because if I go buy Tide with bleach, my dollars are gone and they're not returning back to Burleson.
Can I tell you how we return back to Burleson real quick?
I'd love to hear that.
So my number one thing is I never want to just be another brand. I want to be a brand with a purpose. So we have 2 student-free grocery stores in local high schools that we've partnered up with Shine Together with, and we stock the grocery stores, and kids can go in and get groceries for free, take them home for dinner that night so that they can have food on the table. We also give back to a lot of moms who have babies in NICU, so they don't have to worry about paying their bills while they're visiting their babies. And then just like a lot of other little things. We'll buy cars for people every once in a while who need help with that. We'll pay rent. We'll pay electricity bills. So I just want, if you've never heard of Mavwicks before, I want you to know that every time you purchase a room spray, a laundry detergent, you're not just buying a product, you're literally helping us change people's lives while we do it. So
that is so awesome, because I think that's the big thing that people have to take away from this, is that businesses have the ability to change lives, and that what you're also doing is not only are you creating a business, but you're creating a change culture, right? Every employee that you hire is another person you're impacting. Every person that you give something to, it's all based upon, and we heard this from Eddie earlier today, it's based upon the experience that you went through, that you're working to give back to people that are going through that current experience, to say, hey, this is just for a moment. We're going to make it through this, and you're going to be in a better place here in a little while.
Yep,
100%.
exactly.
And y'all left this room better than you found it. Y'all really did. I I know that y'all have so much going on and your dollar per hour is so high, but to come here and spend a little bit of time, you're giving back whether you realize it or not, because you blew my mind. Like way blew my mind.
And you're giving people hope too, like that mother who called and cried. I mean, the fact that you can change these people's lives with a product. I mean, it's amazing. And then the fact that, you know, just having this discussion here, someone's going to listen to it and say, I could do that too. Yeah. I have the ability to create my own business and change my life and change the culture around me. And that's amazing.
Yeah, I was working for Child Protective Services as a caseworker, like making $14 an hour, and was able to quit that full time to do this. And I'm a lot happier now.
Oh, I can imagine.
This is amazing. They say Judy is related to Megan too. Blessed to be a blessing, a brand with a purpose. How powerful. May God continue to bless Mavwicks and your business. Great interview. You guys have been great. I'm going to leave today and I'm going to go research more of your products now, because I didn't know you had that many. I was familiar with a couple of them, but not all these products. And I'm a fan, man. I want to come down to the store as soon as I can get in there.
Yeah, you should.
Please do.
Thank you guys so much for coming on. Will you come back?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Anytime.
All right, so let's let you drop that new product that you have coming. I wish I tried to get her to say it today. she's very good at keeping a secret. Probably a very trustworthy friend, I would imagine. But when you drop that, would you come back and like tell us how that went?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Would y'all like to have them back?
Oh yeah.
All right, so cool. Well, we're going to transition to our next CEO. I'm so honored to have Eddie Garcia, and we're going to talk about his backpacks giveaway that they just did in Chicago, where Eddie is going to blow our minds with some numbers of how many backpacks they gave away to children in need, and that number is going to blow you away. So watch this video, and thank you guys so much for tuning in and being in the chat with Mavwicks and their CEO. Y'all continue to watch Mavwicks and continue to support Local, because they're doing huge things in our community. Love you guys.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having us.
Hit it. Oh my gosh, she just blew my mind, y'all. Like, what just happened right there?
I mean, what an amazing story.
It is. It's like, it goes right along. I didn't even know she was going there, but it goes right along with what we're talking about. So I'm gonna, without further ado, Jason, you want to introduce our next guest?
Yeah, this is exciting. We have the Eddie Garcia here with us today, the owner and founder of not just Realty of Chicago, but now Realty of America. Eddie, welcome.
Hey, thank you for having me here. It's an honor to be here. Man, Jonathan Cook, I didn't know you were like a superstar in the podcast game. You're like, you guys are true professionals. But thank you for having me here.
And it's an honor to have you. And Brooks and I were just talking about this, but you have made a difference in all of our lives. We are at a company that is the fastest real estate company in America, growth-wise right now, fastest growing real estate company in America right now?
First I want to give a big shout out to Megan. I mean, the numbers that she spoke about, I mean, I love hearing success. I love hearing the American dream.
Yes.
That just like, hits me in the core. I love that. I love success. I love seeing other people win. So big congrats to her. I love that. But about Realty of America, I mean, it's definitely been an incredible journey. And we couldn't have done it without you guys, right? Without all our incredible agents across the country. But like I used to say 9 months, I used to like the 9-month mark, because I would say a 9-month baby. Picture a 9-month baby, and this is who we are. We're barely crawling, but now we're 10 months. And in 10 months, we've closed $2.2 billion in business. In 10 months, we've done closed over 6,000 properties, opened 17 states, onboarded 2,350 agents, and we've paid over $2.5 million in revenue share to our agents. I like to call it investing in our agents.
Wow.
Yeah, for those of you listening, that means that they gave that money back to the agents within the company. No company gives away as much money as Realty of America, or at least not the percentage that Realty of America gives away. So phenomenal.
Yeah, this is cool because we have a couple different things going on. Eddie gave a great theme, the American dream. You hear Megan in COVID, her husband said, we've got to do something. This literally started 5 years ago. This company that she's talking about had $34 million in sales last year. Did I hear that right, bro?
Yes, you did.
I'm like, unbelievable. And started just 5 years ago. Unbelievable. Eddie Garcia started this company with Mark Demas 10 months ago, 2,350 agents. And I want you to be ready in just a minute to compare that to the other maybe companies in our industry. But look at this chat. You're going to have to scroll up big time. Look at all this. So, golly, look at this. Great interview. Proud of you, Megan. Realty of America is leading the emojis. They say woo with 6-7 stars. Go Eddie Garcia with 4 flames. Kim Henderson said you missed it, Mikey. Realty of America said behind the scenes was BTS was such a successful event emoji. What fire emoji? What is BTS? Back to school. Back to school. How'd it go? Let's talk about that.
You know, the dream has always been to create a successful real estate, successful business. You know, when we were growing Realty of Chicago, it was always a dream, right? Become a business person and create a successful business, but also a successful business that can give back, right?
Yeah.
And in Chicago, we've been giving back to the community for over 12 years. So literally a year after we opened and made a few dollars, we started giving out turkeys, we started giving out school bags, and we started with 50 school bags, 100 school bags, 200 school bags. I mean, we just had our back to school bag event Monday. I don't even know what day it's today. What's today? Today's Wednesday. And man, that was such an incredible event. We had over 2.5 city blocks of people waiting in line for our back to school bag event. And we took care of kids. No matter their ID, registration, where they lived, we didn't care.
What did they get? If they showed up to the back to school event and they're in that line, what did they receive?
They got full school supplies. Everything's name brand too, because that comes back from when I grew up. Everything I had was Kmart brand, which is not bad, right? Rose Art, but I wanted Crayolas, I wanted Elmer's glue, I wanted the really cool school bags, notebooks, boxes of pencils. I mean everything, and we were giving glue sticks. Everything a kid would, not everything, but a lot of things that kids can use. Hey, these are brand new items. Here you go. And we also make our events almost like a festival. We have pizza that's given out. McDonald's came out. Paisan's Pizzeria. We had a dentist. Great pizza.
Great
Big
pizza.
shout out to
Paisan's
Pete.
came out. My favorite pizza near your
if you're ever in
office.
Chicago, you got to try Paisan's Pizza.
I got to pause there for a second because Eddie took me to Paisan's Pizza. And if you're ever in Chicago, it's on Route 66. And it actually has dragsters, full-size dragsters hanging from the ceilings, full-size dragster motorcycles. This is a pizza place worth pausing at because when Eddie walked in, they were like, Eddie! They love Eddie, so we got to show the love back to them. Paisan's Pizza is excellent.
Yeah, they're just a great business that gives back to the community as well, right?
Yes.
And their pizza is good. And by the way, I got to clear the air because everyone thinks that in Chicago people eat deep dish pizza.
Okay, I was going to ask this.
We don't. That's a lie.
Okay. I was going to ask that because I keep hearing about this deep dish pizza from Chicago. Not a fan of deep dish, but when Chad went up there and visited with you guys, he was telling me the same thing. He said, no, there's no deep dish up there, or at least not where he went. So tell me about that.
That's like a thing they sell to the tourists. So when people go to Chicago, they will sell you on their deep dish pizza. But that's a downtown thing. If you are from Chicago and you are in the neighborhoods, I think I've eaten maybe 3 times deep dish, and that probably 2 of those times were with people from outside of Chicago because they really wanted to try it. If you want really good pizza, it's not deep dish.
So McDonald's came out, Paisan's came out. There was food. There was moon bounces. There was
ice cream. The inflatable. What are they called?
Moon
slides.
bounces,
And
inflatable slides.
We wanted haircuts. We wanted to make sure that the kids had a great time. Come out. They don't feel that. I remember when I came from really humble beginnings, so I still remember having to line up every single Tuesday at Catholic Charities, and it felt like you were getting something. At our events, we want to make sure that it's a festival, that there's music, there's clowns, there's a DJ on every city block. because we want to make sure the kids don't feel that this is, that they're feeling different. Like, oh, we're maybe the kids that don't have everything. So we wanted to make sure that they feel good, they feel happy, they're proud to go to school. We give them multiple items, and make sure they're happy. And we also gave out to lucky few students. We gave out laptops and tablets.
Wow.
And
Holy cow.
again,
That's amazing.
And this is also a big thanks to our sponsors. I like to say that we keep our local businesses accountable and make sure they give back to our communities, because a lot of people make a lot of money off the community. So hey, they should also give back and take care of our kids.
So I have a question. So Eddie's been doing this for a long time, giving back to the city of Chicago, and I'm assuming other areas in Illinois. And you've been giving out backpacks regularly for many, many years, turkeys at Thanksgiving and Christmas time for many, many years. Now that you've started Realty of America, and this is going nationwide, actually beyond that, because now you're in Puerto Rico.
Maybe.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
Oh, just kidding. Did I let the cat out of the bag? I meant the town of Puerto Rico, Texas.
Puerto Rico, Texas, yes.
Puerto Rico, Texas. New office.
Yes, coming soon to a theater near you.
So, do we know how many backpacks got given away nationwide now?
So you're talking about the next dream. What does the next chapter look for us? And the next chapter is that we're going to give school bags to kids across the country.
Wow.
That's the dream. I mean, think about what we're doing at a local impact, like in Chicago, right? We do 5-6 locations there. Great. But if we can impact kids across the country, so this is the dream, this is the vision, and this is where I am going to lean on leaders at Realty of America. The dream and the vision is this, that we're going to do this just like New Year's Eve. We start with New York, New Jersey, goes to the East Coast, Florida, goes to Kentucky, Ohio, goes to Michigan, goes to Indiana, goes to Illinois, Texas, goes to Arizona, goes to Kansas, Missouri, goes to Vegas, goes to California. Right? That's the dream, right? To show the world that a company this size can come together and say, hey, let's give back to our communities, because that there's kids all across the country that need a little bit of help.
Oh, yeah.
And if we can do that, that is magic. And that's what we're here for. We're here to make some money, but let's give back to the kids. And this year, I think we probably helped. I think we had at least maybe 8 or 9 states do our back to school back event. But next year, we're 10 months old. Remember, we're the newborn that is crawling, falling a little bit, crawling, but starting to walk. Next year, we want this event in every single state that we're open, and including in Puerto Rico.
That's
Nice.
so good. Yeah,
Nice.
I think about the chat real quick. I think about this, but the chat is blowing up, so I'm going to come back to this in just a second. Let's go to the chat. Guisel Lopez says, hi, 4 eyes, Eddie, 3 E's, double exclamation point, and a star. What up, Guisel? What do you want to say to Guisel?
It's actually Giselle.
Oh, Giselle. Excuse me. I'm so glad you said it.
Giselle's been working at Realty of Chicago for, I think, 7 years. I mean, literally, we didn't want to hire her because she was too young. And her mom's like, no. You got to hire my daughter. She's amazing. And I'm thankful that she came back because her daughter is amazing. That's helped a lot, girls in Chicago.
What up, Giselle? Thanks for watching. Did I say it right that time?
Giselle, yeah.
Giselle, okay, cool. Thank you so much for that comment. And then Emmeline Brown says, let's go, Eddie, exclamation point. Thankful and grateful for everything you do for the community, exclamation point. Blessed to have you in my life, double heart emoji. What do you want to say to Emmeline?
Hey, Emmeline, thank you for all you do. Thank you for the help. You've been an honor to work with and helping us grow the mission, not just in Chicago, but now across the country. So she's a workhorse. She's probably, no one has sold or bought more foreclosures at auction than that young lady right there.
Oh, my God.
Wow. That's awesome.
Emmeline, if you're willing to share, how many foreclosures at auction have you shared? Drop it in the chat. I'll see if she's willing to share.
Thousands.
Let's, Brooks, be ready for the giveaway. Do you have a good one? I bet you have a good one.
Yes.
Be ready for the giveaway. We're about to give away our first basket of Mavwicks. And Tanya Diaz says, let's keep growing, exclamation point, clappy hands and praise hands. And Shannon Cervantes says, 2,350 agents and 2.5 million in rev share, triple exclamation point.
Actually, I just checked the numbers. We're at 2,351.
We just added another one.
Nice.
Dude, I'm telling you, it is amazing. He's watching this in real time. I got to tell you guys, Megan and Mavwicks, when they came in and they shared how they give back, and then Eddie hops in the chair, another CEO, double CEO spotlight today, and he's talking about how he gives back. Generosity some of the most successful people are some of the biggest givers. And you don't give, it's not Eddie's heart. I know him personally. It's not Megan's heart. I know her personally. They don't give to receive. They give, and out of that heart of giving through their growth over and over, it's just they earn more, they give more. They grow more, they give more. And it is a beautiful thing. We did the back to school in Eddie's leadership. We followed in his footsteps. We had a back to school event here 2 days ago, and we gave 40 families backpacks full. So we gave them, they got the full backpack of Elmer's glue, crayons, the scissors, the pencils, the notebook paper, the binders. 40 families. This is our first year to do it. But man, the ability to, in 2 hours, it's like 20 families an hour came in here and just shared their stories. They shared their heart, which I'm sure they did in Chicago. Did you hear some stories where people said what this backpack and these school supplies means to you? Thanks to them.
Big thanks for doing that. Big thanks for doing that. Starting a tradition. I remember when I did our first back to school bag event. I mean, every event is very meaningful, and as they get bigger and bigger, you impact more kids in the community, and you'll see that the families keep coming back. And we had a family that came up to me, and she's like, "Man, thank you so much." I remember two. One, she's like, "I brought they were not her kids, but I think they were her grandkids, and all 3 grandkids got either tablets or computers, which is crazy."
Wow.
There's like almost 1,000 people waiting for a computer laptop, and her family got 3. Which was almost like, man, this is like a rigged. And the other one is there was this young family, mom with 2 or 3 little boys. It's actually the video. That to me was the video of the night. How they were jumping up and down once they realized that family had won a computer. Probably the only computer in the family. I mean, you're talking about families that need help. And now for us to say, hey, here you go. We don't need an ID. We don't need anything. You got school supplies for all your kids. Plus, you got a brand new computer. So, I mean, hopefully, that's going to change their life, especially with AI. We were talking about AI earlier. Now,
yes.
It's connecting the world. It's just grateful. That's the reason why, we work so hard. We push so hard, and I push my team. And so proud that my team in Chicago and across the country are now doing this. And next year, get ready. I mean, we're taking this to a whole nother level.
Man, I love that. And you get to Megan with Maverick. She talks about the 100,000 the first year and the 34 million, and her heart is money is only good for the good that it can do. I mean, we talk about money because it's the language of business. Some people, when you bring up money, they get real uneasy. But if you're not talking about money, you're speaking an incorrect language. You have to talk about money and profits. That way, when Thanksgiving time comes up, you know how many thousands of turkeys you can give away. You know how many thousands of backpacks you can give away. And so I think that as we see more and more of this growth mindset happen in these conversations that we continue to have week after week after week with people in our world and on the podcast and on The Real Solution with Chad, and I'm seeing a consistency here. Generosity breeds success. Have you seen that your generosity, even though that's not what you're after, has bred some more success for you?
I know that God is looking after us in our company, in our mission, in our story. To us, it's just a whole different. We don't even think it on the business side. It's we're giving back. Rain, snow, recession, whatever is going on in the economy. Wow. It's our duty to give back. And if our business is a little slower, that's fine. We're gonna reach out to our lenders and our teams, and there's people that are making money, right? We're going to make sure that we do this for the community, because now it's like they're depending on us, and we want to make sure that, hey, at the end of the day, you cannot say no to all these little young kids that come and smile. They're getting ice cream, they're getting haircuts, they're having a good time. I mean, just
y'all do haircuts too.
Haircuts, you got to step it up, Jonathan.
Free haircuts.
Cook, man, come on.
All right, next.
Bro, Jonathan, why aren't you giving out haircuts up here, man?
Well, Tiffany Galcut, one of my let me just think. Anybody watching this that has a salon, Stephanie with T's Salon, she's in our building. Eddie, how easy would it be to open up T's Salon and we pay for all the haircuts? They're right there. I don't even know why I didn't think about this. So this is what masterminding does. Like Eddie challenged me when we were eating at Paisan's in Chicago last time I was up there. And I was telling the story at the dinner table that our city, North Crowley High School, is about to go to the 6A, the largest that you can have high school in Texas. They're about to go to the 6A state championship. I mean, the final game from all 6A high schools in Texas. They're about to play at AT&T Stadium. And Eddie's response was kind of like this. That's really cool, man. I'm happy for that. But you have a duty to do. your office is the largest real estate office year after year in that city. What are you doing for that high school football team? And my mind hadn't gone there. But Eddie challenged me to go there. And so our team pulled together, and we called the district, who we're very close with. We're actually the district's team to help with all their acquisitions and dispositions of the real estate. And we called the district, and we said, what can we do? Eddie challenged me to pay for the bus for the families to go from Crowley to AT&T Stadium. So I called them and said, I want to pay for a bus. They said, bus is taken care of. So, well, I want to pay for a suite for the families. Suites are taken care of. I said, do you have a need? They said, we do. We have a big need. We need food for the players and coaches before the game at the stadium. We're going to meet at the stadium. Then we need to feed the families, the coaches, the players, the staff, and then we'll go to the AT&T Stadium. So I said, let me take care of it. And I was actually shocked because it was a very minimal donation that paid for all of those meals for the families, but it was a massive impact. Does that make sense? And It all came from your heart and your challenge and your mastermind. And I'm just grateful for the leadership at Realty of America, for our friendship and our brotherhood, because iron sharpens iron, and you make me better. And I appreciate you for that. What a great idea that was.
Well, I appreciate you. I appreciate your friendship. I appreciate you letting me stay at your house. And apparently we're going to go to church tonight, so I look forward to that too.
It's going to be a blast. Dude, we were doing the Texas thing, so we landed last night. Brooks, you're going to appreciate this. We landed last night. I was like, Eddie, I texted Eddie. I was like, hey, man, you're coming to Texas. I want to edify you. I want to show you honor. Anything I can do, from pick you up to the airport to you need a place to stay, you need an extra vehicle, you need food, whatever you need while you're here, let me know. And I got the emojis of the double eyes. Post those in the chat below, because I don't really even know what the universal meaning is for the double eyes. So I was like, is he taking me up on some of it, all of it, none of it? And then later he texts me, he's like, can you pick me up from the airport for real? It comes in at midnight. And I was like, oh man, okay. First day of school for my kids, but that's all right. And then the plane came in at 1, 2, kept getting delayed, 3 a.m., kept getting delayed. 3:30 in the morning, the plane landed this morning. And so here we are on 95 minutes of sleep, and we did not go straight to bed. We were on our way home from the airport, and I was like, it's breakfast time, bro. I got to show you a Texas treat. So where did I take him, Brooks? You got any guesses?
Whataburger.
Whataburger.
Took him to
Jason
Whataburger.
told me about the video on Instagram.
I know, my people getting shout outs.
It didn't matter that we're going to be speaking to a large group of agents this morning. It didn't matter that we're going to have SGIs. We're going to do this. Jonathan Cook's like, he was so excited at 3 in the morning, almost 4 in the morning. He's like, let's go eat. And I was like super exhausted, been waiting at the airport. I worked a full day in Chicago. So when I'm in Chicago, I'm like stacked, hour, meeting with agents, meeting with leadership. And then we're like at the airport for 3-4 hours, getting delayed, finally get on the flight, 2 hours, wake up. And I'm like, okay, let's go. And then Jonathan's like, let's go eat. And I was like, I should go to bed, but okay, let's go eat. And we're running on, I think we're running on 90 minutes of sleep.
And how was it? How was Whataburger?
Amazing.
What did you like about it?
I love the sauces. I love the little mini burrito tacos you showed me. I mean, great. Never been there, and thank you for showing me that. Great time.
Secret of Whataburger is thin crust.
Oh, okay. They don't do deep dish pizza.
We do not do
okay.
deep dish Whataburger in Texas.
All right, moving right along. Michael Simmer said, did anyone else scream at you, ? So he must have seen the Whataburger video on our Facebook this morning.
Oh, and by the way, if I I talk in emojis. I mean, I'm having a lot of conversations. When you offer like, hey, if you need someone to pick you up, I have an Escalade to pick you up. I have a 4-bedroom, 4-bath house you can stay at, king bed. And I was like, oh, let me give them the little eyes, meaning that like it's processing, it's thinking about it. Let me talk to a few people, see if it works out. And then that's when you said, hey, so what's going on? I was like, yeah, we'll take you up. If you're open to it, like, all right. We'll go crash at your house.
That's a bet. So now I know what the emoji eyes, and if it means processing, Realty of America is loading. It is processing. Elizabeth Avila says she's processing. Chamberlain Smith, she's processing. Jose Torres says Whataburger with a burger. Lisa Vilk above that, she says super easy. Sounds like you just grew your give back event for next year. And we did. We grew it. It's going to be even bigger next year. Let's give something away. Brooks, you got a good...
Yes, I do.
Go ahead. Take it away.
Okay.
What are we giving away, Jason? I forgot.
We're giving away a lover's special package.
Lovers bundle.
Lovers bundle.
That's
right,
what
yeah.
I bought from Temu. We're
yeah,
giving
okay,
away a
okay.
Mav.
A bundle of lovers. You're giving away a bundle of lovers.
Okay, we're not giving away a bundle of lovers. I am so sorry to anyone that just got their hopes up. All you single men and women out there, they're like, really, a bundle of lovers?
Now, tune in next week. That's when we're, no.
Megan, can you, if Megan is watching in the chat, can you just put what it's actually called? I think it's a lovers bundle.
It
From
was a
Mav.
lovers bundle.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Megan was so great. I'm like a bigger fan of Mavericks. All right, take it away, Brooks.
Okay, what was the year that the iPhone was first released?
Ooh. Okay.
All right.
All right, let me go. Come on.
The year that the iPhone was first released, drop that in the chat, and you will receive a $50 value lovers bundle from Mavwix Fragrances. Let's see who gets this thing. Claudia Yvette's laughing, and Lisa's laughing. They're all laughing. They think we're giving away a bundle of lovers.
Why not?
I think they would like that better. That is, you guys. Oh man, I can't even go there. The wheels are so off. So, is that right?
Yep, the first one's right.
Megan Martinez is our winner.
Yep.
2007. All right, Megan Martinez wins. Give her a round of applause. There we go. We do have some guesses there. Jose Torres, 2010. Valerie, 2007. You are correct, Valeria. You're correct, Chris Kelly. Look at all these people correct. Shannon, let's give another one away. I gotta give Eddie. I told Eddie he could give one away, so I'm gonna give Eddie just a minute to think about. You got a question you want to give away?
You know what? I want to give away that expensive cologne she was talking about.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. So you come up with a question. I'll pay for this one.
Oh, really? Okay. That the fragrance she was talking about, that was a great story at the beginning of the podcast.
It was.
So this is from Eddie
Changing
Garcia.
lives.
This is a second giveaway, and we're going to do a third one, but this is a second giveaway for Eddie.
Hey.
He's giving away the expensive fragrance.
What day did Realty of America launch?
There we go.
Oh, I like this one. Are you month and year or a specific day, down to the day?
It's the day we launched. We launched at Latitude.
Oh, my.
So yeah, the day. I'll make it easy. The year was 2024. So what day
Okay.
did we launch?
So the day and the month.
Oh, there's Megan, the owner of Mavwick. She said we're giving away Baccarat Rouge 540 right now, and this has been purchased by Eddie Garcia. So this is a gift directly from him. Here comes some guesses. Delisa says September 18th, question mark. Is that right? Ruben says September 12th. Ruben Tapia. Shannon says September 12th. Tanya says September 13th. Luis Perez says September 13th. Jesse Garcia says September 13th.
Then it has to be the
Chamberlain
13th.
says October 15th. You don't even know the answer?
you know, if you give me some grace, think
okay.
about 10 months, right?
Okay.
10 months of like 17 states.
Yep.
Planning to open 4 or 5 more states, another territory, 22,350 agents.
We don't know the actual date, bro.
But it should be
What were
September
you looking
13th.
for?
Yeah, the best.
Yeah.
I mean, how many days have you gone 90 minutes of sleep? Like, I mean, that's actually
A lot of days.
Yeah,
You
I
think
know.
What's the winning date?
Huh?
What's the winning date?
I gotta say probably the 13th. If that's
September
what,
13th.
Is that a Friday?
I thought it was
a
the
Friday.
16th.
Is
'cause the
September
one year-
13th a Friday?
I'll confirm.
Uh-oh. We got to
me see.
Google that. Chat GBT that real quick. Was it a Friday that
He's got it.
ROA
Brooks has
opened?
got it up right here.
ROA started less than a year ago. This is like this is blowing my mind too because I'm like,
Yep. September 13th was a Friday.
Yeah,
Friday the
yeah,
13th.
we
all right,
launched.
Josh, scroll
We
up. Let's
launched.
see who the
September
first September 13th
13th,
is. We're going to give away Baccarat Rouge 540 from Mavwix Fragrances.
Tanya.
It looks like Tanya Diaz is the winner.
Yep.
Give
Wow,
Tanya.
Tanya, you're gonna be smelling amazing.
Yes, she will.
Congratulations.
Yeah, she might get a lover's bundle out of her smell from this. No one got that. Okay, moving right along. So that was a bad joke there. It was Friday, September 13th. So there you go, Luis Perez. Let's give away one more. Guys, do not call it the wrong thing. It's the lover's
Bundle.
Yes. We're going to give away one more lover's bundle. And this one, you guys, I can't even with you. We're not giving away a bundle of lovers, so let's just put that out there. All right, so this is the lovers bundle from Mavwix. We're going to give this away. How many agents? The correct number, because Eddie gave a number, and if you're paying attention on the podcast, he just corrected and updated. How many agents in 10 months as of today at 4:32 Central Standard Time in Texas? How many agents does Realty of America have fully onboarded in the company? If you get this correct, you will get a
Lovers
Bundle from Mavwix Fragrances. Here we go. Let's see who wins this one. Shannon Cervantes, there it is. She's our winner. Jesse Garcia was one off with 2350. It has actually been updated. It is now 2,351 agents. Shannon, you win the Mavericks Fragrances Lovers
killing
Bundle.
it.
She is. Has she won twice?
Yes.
come on now.
Come on. Can we let her do that?
Disqualification.
Hey, read
I
the
think
fine
we should
print,
give
Jonathan.
it away. We didn't say you can't win twice.
Yeah.
Shannon, do you want to win twice, or do you want us to give this one away to someone else? See what Shannon says. Jacqueline Gayton says that's cheating. Wow. All right.
20.
Oh my gosh, look at all these. Jesse Garcia's with the rocket ship. Just one for me. Okay, we're gonna give it away again. Shannon, that was so
that
gracious.
was.
Hey, I also want to give one more out to Crystal from Texas, Houston, Texas. She went above and beyond while Jackie, our CFO, was on vacation. So I want to make sure we take care of her. So can we send her that cologne?
Yeah, you want to send her one too?
I'll put it on my tab. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna purchase. You hear this, Megan? We are blowing Megan up. We're gonna purchase. What is the Baccarat Rouge 540? We want 2 of those, and we'll mail it out. We'll mail it out.
Thank you.
And who's the second one go to?
Crystal.
All right, Crystal, you got the highest end.
You can send it to the Mark Dimas team office in
Houston?
in Cyprus.
Okay.
Yeah, Houston.
All right, so we're going to send that out. We're going to send out the Mavwix Fragrance Baccarat Rouge 540 to the Mark Dimas team, thanking them so much for all they've done. And Eddie, thank you for that. Do not check the YouTube chat because I've been chatting away. LOL. Uh-oh. Christian saw us. Is the YouTube chat live on here? Should be. Yeah. Let me go look at the YouTube chat here.
I'm going to go ahead and jump on the bandwagon and give something away. I'm going to personally go to the store and hand select something for Brooks Summer. A nice fragrance to make him smell a little
Are you
lovelier.
giving something away?
I'm going to give one to Brooks, yeah.
Hey, you know, I got to defend Brooks. I've been with him all day, and that man smells good. So I don't know what y'all talking about.
Edify me, Eddie.
Hey, Jonathan, you're a good-looking, good-smelling man, all right?
Okay, appreciate it. Christian, we're just going to do this. Because, scroll up, Josh, just a tad. Because Shannon won twice and was so gracious to give one back to give away, go to the bottom there, to the very bottom of the chat. We're going to give the gentleman who was in the YouTube chat, you automatically win. Christian Solis right there. Christian, drop your city and state you live in, and you can either come by our headquarters in Crowley and pick up a Lover's Bundle from Mavwix, or give us your address and we will ship you a Lover's Bundle from Mavwix. This one's courtesy of Megan herself. So the Jonathan Cook team, we bought one, and this is courtesy of Megan herself. You just won the Lover's Bundle. I can't wait to see the Lover's Bundle come in because it had a lot of stuff in it, a lot of good stuff. And I'm going to go get that Baccarat Rouge 540. That smells awesome. All right, so let's look at that. Praise God, I'll gladly pick it up. All right, Christian, so come by our headquarters and give us 2 days. Come by our headquarters on Friday morning, and we'll have the Lover's Bundle here for you. Congratulations. Let's give all of our winners a round of applause. That's pretty awesome. Real quick, if you have not subscribed to the Infinite Agent YouTube podcast, please do so. We would love. We're here every Wednesday, 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. Let's get back to Eddie's story. So, Eddie, would you just tell? Let's hear the story of how where you came from and where you are now. And I know you don't have time for the whole hour-long story, but give us kind of. You mentioned humble beginnings, but you just brushed over that. This story is to inspire anyone watching that thinks they didn't come from enough.
All right. Well, we got limited time. All right. Let me speed through this. Mark and I call this. Hey, let's do let's do the short version. I always start like this. My dad always said that poverty was here and we were somewhere down here.
Wow.
Both my parents were homeless at a time. They lived. We all were born in Mexico City. And, just a big city with a lot of big city problems. But when you're poor in Mexico City, you're really poor. There's no Social Security over there. If you're poor, you're poor. And finally, my dad came to the U.S. and he left us behind. And every single year he would come back, see us for about a week, spend a whole year in the U.S., work, come back. Finally, 5 years later, he decided to take us there. Forever and ever, I always said that we crossed through Texas, but we didn't cross through Texas. I only found out we crossed through San Diego. I was 5 years old at the time when we were in San Diego about to launch Realty of America, which is crazy for me to be like, my dad's like, no, we didn't cross Texas. We crossed to San Diego. And we're launching in San Diego, 20 some or 30 years later or 40 years later, 35 years later, actually. And, we went to Chicago, shared a 1-bedroom apartment with 11 other people. Went to, the worst schools that we could go to in Chicago. Probably higher statistically should have been incarcerated versus leading a company this size. And I realized I was poor when I was 13, 14 years old, when all the kids were making fun of me and saying like, hey, you have dirty shoes, or you have this, or you don't have, nice shirts, and et cetera, et cetera. So I just knew that I wanted to stop being poor. That was my ultimate why. I didn't want anything else. And finally, when I saw opportunity, I saw this young man being successful in real estate. I said, I want that success. I dropped out of college, became a realtor, took a 10-day course, passed, and then I went down Cermak Road asking for a job. And literally 13 brokers told me no. 13 brokers were saying, hey, we're not hiring. The broker's not here. We're not interested, et cetera, et cetera. And that goes to show how hard and how much money it costs to train a new agent.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's time intensive. It costs money. You have to have systems. You have to have mentors. You have to answer the questions. And nobody wanted to hire me at the time. So finally, this little old man down the block says, no one will train you better than I will. I shook his hand, and I'm thinking in my mind, no one's trying to hire me. And finally, he never trained me. 6 months later, after closing
Anybody ever experienced that out there? You get hired and you think you're going to get wonderful training at your real estate company, and womp, womp, womp.
Yeah, and six months after being there, I'm closing my first deal. It's like a $16,000 check. I was running out of money. I was on fumes, and he doesn't pay me. So you talk about overcoming adversity. 13 brokers not wanting to hire you, not finding a client for 6 months, finally closing your first deal. And then when you're expecting to close, you don't even think about that today, that if you close, you get paid. You just came from a closing. You're like, you don't even have a thought in your mind that you won't get paid. And they didn't pay me. And I didn't know any better. I didn't have a legal team. I didn't have an attorney on my side. And so I just left the brokerage, went to work for a different brokerage, and, started selling 30, 50, 100, 104 homes. Became kind of successful, and then my same peers in my community wanted to work in real estate, so they said open a brokerage, and that's how I opened Realty of Chicago. Realty Chicago in May of 2012, and again, I didn't know anything else. I didn't know anything about how to run a brokerage, and I learned by mistake, and I grew a brokerage from 0 agents to about 400 realtors, did about $4 billion in business, 11,000 transactions sold. We were the 11th largest real estate company in Chicago before we shut it down. And then shut it down because I had a dream, which was the Realty of America dream at 2 a.m, and bought realtyofamerica.com for about $18,000. And
that's cheap for an amazing.
Yeah, but this is before anyone knew about the dream.
Dude, now
that the dream is here, I'm sure it's expensive, right? But realtyofamerica.com to be available, I mean, still a lot of money, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of
when
money.
there's no company and it's just a domain to pay, $16,000, $18,000. I mean, it's a ton of money. And then, I spoke with Mark Anthony Demas out of Houston, Texas, the number one agent in the country, Wall Street Journal, Real Trends. That man had sold 3,200 houses. The average realtor in America sells maybe 7 to 10 homes a year.
Now, that was 1 year, 3,200.
1 year, 3,200 homes. You talk about
What was his best month that year?
780 homes in a month.
Yeah.
$971 million.
Hold on. We got to pause there for a second because he's got a shout out. Shout out to Mark Demas in that camera right there.
Big shout out to Mark. Mark is feeling some type of way because he didn't join us at this Texas event. I already know him.
That's our president,
But,
bro.
hey,
That's the president of our company doing those numbers.
Hey, but we love you, Mark, and thanks for all you're doing. I heard he just landed a big account for Realty of America. So, we're more powerful when he's out there doing what he does best. I'm out here doing what I do best and growing Realty of America for our company.
Look at that last chat right there. Look at that bottom chat. Read that one.
Powerhouse exec team. Ellen Hi, Rose.
Let's go.
The one and only VP of Brokerage Operations at Realty of America. We're blessed to have you.
We love you, Mark. I know he's feeling some kind of way. He's missing a great one.
Yeah, and the reason why I reached out to Mark is because I was in the mindset already. I was 30, since 38 years old. I'm 40 years old now, but at 38 years old, I was in the mindset of like, okay, you know what? I'm going to start planning my retirement. Retirement for me means working 15 hours a week. Okay, I'm never gonna really fully retire, but 15 hours a week, you know, you could do that in a day if you want, right?
We're doing it today.
We're doing that today. We haven't slept. We're actually pulling a 40-hour because we haven't slept. But you know, I had already had thought like, hey, I'm gonna retire. I'm gonna have a family. I'm gonna get married, et cetera, et cetera. I'm gonna move to Jackson, Wyoming, buy a little house, you know, a little mountain house.
And you weren't joking. You had picked out the city. I
had been there 14 times already. I love this place. I'm like looking on Zillow, and I'm like, okay, I think I could afford that. All right, I can buy the house. I even took my mom, and finally had this dream, and it stopped everything. I was like, okay, marriage is out the window. Having a family right now is out the window. If we do the Realty of America dream, we're all in. And I was like, well, you know what? If this is such a big dream, if this is such a big vision and such a great vision, I'm going to go talk to the number one realtor in the country. And if he says yes, we move forward. If he says no, it's great news because I get to retire. So it's a win-win, right?
Yeah.
And
I'll let him determine my destiny.
And you know, one thing about me is that I've never had the vision or envision or want to be the richest person in the world. I don't even like money that much. I like money because it buys me my time back. But I'm not one that craves, that looks at my bank account like, oh, look at my net worth or look at my money.
Right.
That to me is irrelevant. If I can spend time with my mom, my dad, and my significant others, that's what matters to me. If I can travel and not have stress, that's what matters to me. It's quality of life.
It makes me think about something you said earlier. You said you have a goal to create a certain number of millionaires, and you've already created a certain number. Would you share that with the audience real quick?
Yeah, so in Chicago, I had this goal of creating 100 millionaires within my organization. You know, it's in a business, it should never be just about the CEO and the owner making all the money. Your leadership team should be making money. Your agents should be making money. You should be training your agents to be selling 100, 150 homes. You should be training your agents. The culture should be is like you work hard, you make money, you invest your money. It shouldn't be like you work hard, let's go drink, let's go buy luxury cars, and then we work hard again. No, it's work hard, invest, and you teach the next generation of agents how to invest. I've pushed some of my agents to buy property they thought they weren't ready for, and I helped them along, and they've made really good money.
Wow.
I've put, you know, I pride myself that 90% of my agents in Chicago were non-realtors because I wanted to give that same opportunity that no one gave me, that nobody wanted to hire me. That's the reason why I built Realty Chicago, to give that opportunity to busboys, waiters, FedEx drivers, Costco workers, police officers, nurses, et cetera, et cetera. And, you know, we've created about 18 millionaires on the way. And now the goal is to create 1,000 millionaires. Yeah. You know, if we're growing this nationwide and international, since, you know, Brooks or one of y'all broke the news, is we gotta make the goal bigger, right? We gotta help.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And we did sneak in. There's a celebrity in the chat here. Let's scroll up just a little bit till we see it. I think we have a special guest in the chat. Oh, Mark Demas. There he is.
Demas couldn't miss a good party.
He said, that's our CEO, double exclamation point.
Marky Mark in the house.
Yeah, buddy. And then Trenton Mooney says, amen. Erica Ramirez, double 100s. Patricia Ruan, look at that, 5 praying hands. Sue Culpepper Horcham says leadership, double exclamation point. Luis Perez is still processing. Rosalia Guillen, you're an inspiration.
Hey, you know what that Luis Perez means? He's processing becoming a millionaire.
There it is.
That's what it
the way
is.
to think.
He's raising his hand saying, hey, you know what? I'm one of those.
Look at that. Eddie helped me purchase my first building with Celebration Elizabeth.
Hey, Elizabeth, how old are you?
That is amazing.
Let's see if she shares that. How old do you think Elizabeth purchased her first building? This is the culture that we have.
She's got to be 35, 40.
Nope.
I was going to say 25.
Nope.
Oh, my.
Come on.
21.
Who wants
She
a free?
younger?
Who wants a free cologne? Come on.
So if I guess
Are
it,
you putting your age on here?
20. Please tell me she's 20. I've got to get that fragrance.
She bought it, I think, at 21. I don't know how old she was.
21.
Look at that.
So
dude.
her net worth, I mean, I don't want to throw her business out there, but, again,
Her net worth is growing in your leadership.
oh, look, she's 23. She purchased at 21. What 21-year-olds you'll know are buying 3-unit buildings?
It's amazing, dude.
And they're not.
16,
And again, so if you call yourself a leader, then take that seriously and make sure that you help your people. Make sure you're pushing your people. Make sure that you're helping them. That they're becoming better humans than when you met them.
Yes.
I love that.
Right.
Monica Nino says, "Hola, great podcast!" Exclamation point. And Jeremy Garcia gave us 3 emojis, flame emojis. Lisa says she has you as her mentor, so hard hands. And Chamberlain guessed what age she was. Chamberlain guessed 16.
16.
I don't think she's 16, but that was a great guess, Chamberlain. We'll give you a ROA sticker for a good guess. Let's go up. There was a really good. Eddie got edified up here. I want to read it. Keep going, more and more. Man, look at the chat. More. Ruben Tapia says, from rock to Roa, exclamation point. Mark Demas says, love the studio. Thanks, Mark. Wish you were here. If you could teleport, you would be here. Eddie, help me purchase my first building. I love that. Where was it? There was somebody that said something up there that I wanted to see. Man, thank you guys for all this in the chat. This is such good stuff. Let's go, Illinois. Let's continue to beat Texas. LOL. I like it. Emmeline Brown.
Wow.
Abel Parra says, your dream changed my family's life and inspired me to join as well. Strong arm emoji.
If you have a second, I'll share what he's talking about.
Please do, yeah.
And hopefully he doesn't mind. So that family was almost homeless.
Oh,
and
my gosh.
his mom would literally go to all our back to school bag events. You want to talk about changing someone's life? She would go to our back to school bag events. She'll go back to our turkey events.
And now he's working?
Almost living out of a car. She's never owned a new car, always rented, never had a new house. She had 5 kids. So how does she, she was selling sunglasses and scarves on the street. And she came to our career night. And this is the reason why I'm going to challenge you now.
All right.
I need you all to do career nights here in Crowley, Texas, because there is another family here, another person that needs this help too.
Okay.
She came to career night and just saw us, how we were dressed, how we talk, how we're inspiring, how we're talking about growing other people. And once she heard what the classes cost, she's like, oh, there's no way she could afford it. We gave her a scholarship, became a realtor. It was a struggle for her to be successful. We came as a community to help her. When it was Christmas, we would buy them gifts, so we really embraced her. Now she's top producer. She bought a new home for the first time ever. She bought 2 new cars. She sent one of her kids to college. That is making a difference. So don't talk to me about, I sold X amount of money. Tell me how many people you've literally changed their lives. And that is the reason why we went national. Because we want to spread this like wildfire across the country. We want to help other people. And this is the reason why I'm in Texas pushing our leaders here. When I was talking to Chad, I said, Chad, we need to do more. Even though Texas is doing incredibly well, we're like 6 agents away from 700 agents in Texas. A year ago, we had 0 agents.
Wow.
You guys are the #1 state on production.
5 agents away. We just added one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank
5
you.
agents
Thank you.
away. But I came here because you know what? We got to push. And that's what a leader does, right? Like, hey, what else can we do? How can we bring the rest of our leaders, up also? How can we create more millionaires? How can we create more events? How can we do career nights? Because that really changes lives.
Yeah.
I'm
And
almost
that's
in
the key.
tears over that story.
That's the key too, is that your dream has created dreams for everyone else in your organization, and they're creating dreams for other people that are in their organizations. And it's the dream within a dream and the pursuit of that and the sharing back. And there's just this multiplication, a virtue cycle that I like to call it, where by giving back, you're inspiring other people to get to a point where they could give back. And it's amazing.
That is amazing.
Well said.
That story right there, I hadn't heard that story. I mean, that's a full circle moment. Now she's a part of the back to school, but on the opposite side.
She doesn't miss one career night. She's on stage inspiring other families to, hey, if you want to change your life, here's a career path that doesn't require 4, 5, 6, 7 years of college. You could literally in 2 months become licensed, and we will help you.
Man, I got
become successful.
I got to be at the last career night where you brought her up and she spoke and shared her story. And afterwards, I just dove my head into her shoulder and hugged her and just said, your story of perseverance, you could have quit so many different metrics along the way told you to quit. But look where you are now. And the sky's the limit. She's just getting started. Roa's 10 months old. She's a part of Roa now.
And now her son is licensed. That was her son. So now her license is her son is a licensed realtor at Realty of America.
Let's go to Irma De Leon, Illinois' best lender. All of you gentlemen sound great on this podcast. Exclamation point. Love your servant leadership, Eddie, and witnessing it every day. Exclamation point. Keep inspiring others and helping them grow. Double exclamation point. What do you want to say to Irma?
I appreciate you. I love you. Thanks for all you do, and let's keep building.
She is just consistently there. No matter, she doesn't even know the question, and her answer is yes. She's just always there. What a giver. Chris Kelly says, I was a leader at EXP and very comfortable. Mark introduced me to Eddie. One in-person meeting with Eddie filled with his story, tagging along to a volunteer opportunity in a Chicago school and some goals to accomplish. I made the move to Roa. Double exclamation point. Happy to be here. Triple exclamation point. And Chris Kelly now leads the chat with 5 exclamation points. So give Chris a round of applause. So Eddie, if somebody is watching here and they're not happy at their agency, they're at a broker and they're stuck. They're having the same story of the handshake deal you did where they were promised the world and given nothing. What would you say to them? How would you explain the opportunity at Realty of America? What would you say to that person?
I always get, and I love when people ask me this, what's the difference between this company and every other real estate company? I said, well, and this is literally taking it from Mark Demas' mouth, there's never been a real estate company built like ours. Never in the history of real estate. Never has a company scaled this fast. Show me a company that has grown this fast in 10 months. Show me a company that has over $1 million in cash in the bank. Show me a company that has paid out over $2.5 million in rev share to their agents in under 10 months. Show me a company. It hasn't been done.
Amen.
And why? Because the 7 founding partners that decided to put the egos to the side, they all were uber successful and they all started from nothing. So who better to build a real estate company than 7 individuals that literally started from scratch from different parts of the country, and they came together, let's build our own real estate company. We started from absolutely nothing. And you know what? I'm probably one of the least successful people in that group. Mark Demas, $1 billion, right? You have all these mega teams, all these amazing, incredible agents, bigger brokerages that said, let's go, let's build this. And for 8 months, we just sat down. What's the best CRM? What should the logo be? Every little detail. And then we launched in September. It was September 13th now?
13th.
It was September
Friday
13th.
the 13th. I won't forget it.
September 13th. And look at us now. What was a vision? What was a dream? Now it's an American story. You know that my net worth at 21 years old was $5,000. $5,000. And no college degree, college dropout, parents didn't have a college degree. I mean, if this is possible, imagine what our kids can do.
Yeah, and part of this podcast goal is to show the American dream is possible for anyone in any avenue. It doesn't just have to be real estate. I mean, Megan came in here, dropped the bomb on us, showed us that candles is what she started with, moved into fragrances, but got a candle kit at Hobby Lobby, and that's the domino that had to fall to knock the next domino over. Eddie, his domino was shaking that man's hand. Even though that man wasn't the one, that man was a domino in his story. And because that man wasn't the one, well, at least he gave him a job. At least he showed him, all right, real estate is for you. And then Eddie made it better and bigger and better and bigger. And then what is cool about the 7 people that Eddie's talking about that founded this company is they were all successful. They were all successful. They shut it down. They slowed it down to an extent to speed up. And then those 7 who were massively successful, that's the word that we talk about all the time. That's synergy. That's when 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 doesn't equal 7. It equals 2351. That is synergy.
And I think one of the big takeaways from the talk that you had earlier today, and Jonathan got this while we were over there by the refreshments. Yeah. And the biggest thing is that Eddie challenged us here today was that we are owners. Individual agents of ROA are owners of the company. We get to decide how much ownership interest we have by sharing the dream. So tomorrow at 1 o'clock at the Jonathan Cook headquarters in Crowley, Texas, Eddie is going to be here talking about the ROA dream. So if you're a real estate agent and maybe you don't have a community, Maybe you don't have a place where you feel like you fit in and you're looking for a dream within a dream. This is the place to come. It'll be Thursday at 1 o'clock at the Jonathan Cook headquarters. We want to see you here. We want to see your dream come to pass, just like Eddie's has, and he's helping ours come to pass. Do you want to be one of those millionaires that he creates? Do you want to be one of the 1,000? This is your opportunity. Don't delay. Eddie planned all of this Friday of last week. He takes action immediately. That is one of the things that characterizes who Eddie is, and that's the reason why grass does not grow under his feet, and that's why he has been able to do so much, starting with so little. And it's important that everybody realize that you have that ability. You have the ability to have your own American dream, the dream within a dream. And Eddie is here. This is a one-time opportunity. These times come and go. Individuals like Eddie come and go. And you need to take advantage like Eddie did, coming here to inspire us. There were men here today that he lit the fire under them, and women as well, who are super excited for the ROA opportunity, the ability to own a company that not only has a way to change your life and those around you, your family, your lineage, your legacy, but also to give back to the community that you're in, the community that you love. And just so good to see. That's what Eddie's doing. He's right now, it says the kingdom of God is like a man scattering seed. And Eddie is scattering seed. So come and be a part of this.
Yeah, and I think Brooks just nailed it with this. You didn't stumble on this podcast by accident. You're scrolling with your head on your pillow, consuming this in bed. Maybe you're sitting at a computer. Maybe you're watching it on your phone. You're in the line picking up your kids, and you're scrolling on your phone, and you stumbled upon this podcast. You didn't stumble upon this podcast. Whether you're interested in real estate or not, you can be in the room tomorrow. I'm going to give you the address, 100 South Texas. That's it, in Crowley. 100 South Texas. Come be a part of this. Eddie's going to be speaking at 1 o'clock tomorrow. We have about 100 tickets left to tomorrow's event. It's free. You don't need a ticket. You have a seat in the room just by hearing this. And this could be the moment where you're in the room with Eddie Garcia, and everything that is stretching you physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, sexually, any kind of way you're being stretched could all change because of one handshake that could change everything for you. My pastor told me that we were all one handshake away from everything changing. And you could be in the room with Eddie Garcia tomorrow at 1 o'clock right here in Crowley, Texas. I don't care if you're in Tyler, San Antonio, Houston, Austin. You still have time to catch a flight if you're out of state and you're hearing this and you want to come change your life as a real estate agent and get in the room with the CEO of Realty of America tomorrow. You can make that happen. The decisions are yours.
It'll be Eddie and Mary Bell, who he changed her life by setting a vision, giving her a game plan. And the thing that mirrored Eddie and what he does is she executed. And because she executed, she now has an amazing story, which she is going to share tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And so we invite you there.
Eddie, what do you want to say to the audience? Because there's over 400 comments right now. What do you want to say to the audience? You have an open mic for 2 minutes.
I'm in Texas to help. I'm in Texas to inspire, to empower. I'm in Texas to help our agents. I'm a big man of my word, and I have crisscrossed the country and have said, hey, we're going to help you. We're going to support you. And I'm here to help and support. And also, I came to Texas to thank our agents, because Texas, we're so grateful. We're so grateful for every single agent across Texas that said yes, that believed in the dream, for Victor Nino to say yes, for Mark Demas to say yes. Those two people are from Texas. Chad Smith, Jonathan Cook, the Myrna Smith, all these incredible, Ryan Smith, all these Smiths. There's a lot of Smiths.
That could be your sign. If your last name is Smith, be in the room.
Lacey, Kim, Trisha, Amy Lampman. Texas is stacked. There is no state, and I'm saying this, I have a lot of pride from Illinois. There is no state like Texas. Texas is stacked. The leadership is ready. I came here to just put a little more pressure.
It's all right. I got a challenge for you.
And we're gonna take Realty of America to the next level. You know who's gonna lead the charge? It's gonna be Texas.
Let's go.
Texas has to do that. And I'm not leaving Texas
until you have an Illinois tattooed on your calf, because I have a Texas tattooed on my.
I'm not leaving Texas till we hit 700 agents.
Oh, bet.
All right.
All right.
So
Joanna Garnica said, let's go with 7 exclamation points. She's actually in the lead of exclamation points now. Good job, Joanna. And also, Busy Lizzie Flores says, thank you. And Alex Zapata says, Mark and Eddie have always made themselves available. Incredible leaders, triple exclamation point. Y'all, there is someone asking, when are we going to open Arkansas? Do you want to answer that question?
I'll pass that one to Mark. Because you know what? I'll answer it. I'm not going to pivot. We've opened 17 states in 10 months. You know, we're possibly opening 2 more, 3 more this year. We really want to now uber focus on visiting the states we're opening, touching our leaders back. How are you doing? How can I help you? How can I support you? Literally fulfilling all those promises. I want to make sure the promises made, not promises broken. Next year, game on. Put in, if you want to open Arkansas, give us a business plan. Reach out to support@realtyofamerica.com. Say, hey, I have this business plan. I have this leadership team. I have this, that. And then it goes to Adriana, it goes to Helen, and they will approve it, and we will open it. But it has to have,
we have to have a leader
business plan.
there.
A leader and a business plan. Come with a business plan. This is how I'm going to open. This is how I'm going to do it. This is how I'm going to take over. Hey, we're ready. So
I'm having more fun in real estate than I've ever had at this company, and I think a lot of it is because the law of the lid. The leaders at the top have fun. Mark Demas is so passionate about this. Victor Nino, our Texas leader, Victor Nino, our Texas growth leader, rather, Eddie Garcia, our CEO, they just have fun. You can hear and feel and sense the passion for real estate and for growth and for entrepreneurship and for talents and for perseverance and for lack of sleep. And
well, hey, I just want to know what we're eating tonight, because I haven't ate all day.
You had Whataburger at 4 a.m, bro. You're good. Eddie told me when I joined this company, we don't eat. Like, I was so hungry last time I was on his podcast in Chicago. I was like, dude, it is 8 p.m. I did the podcast 8 hours ago. We still haven't eaten. He's like, we don't eat in this company. We'll eat when we're done working today. It was 11 o'clock at night. It was in the 10 o'clock hour. At 10:30, 10:45, we go from Realty of America's headquarters 2 doors down to a restaurant. They're closed, but they know Eddie. He opened the door, opened the restaurant for us. There was like a party of 12. We were the only ones in the restaurant. He opened it for us. I was like, I guess this guy knows we don't eat till 11. And everybody knows Eddie because he's poured into the community. He's given so he could ask for a favor. And he didn't even ask for a favor. People just give to this guy because his heart is so big. The favor of God follows him. And it's a fun time to be at Realty of America. It's a fun time to be in business with people who share everything and don't hide anything. And I was walking the halls of our office with Victor Nino about an hour ago, and we were just sharing different strategies. He was telling me where he bought this. I was showing him where I bought that. That is the synergetic mindset of
and it's
this
all
place.
top producers. That's the thing that people need to take away from this, is that Realty of America was formed by top producers that want to share back and make other people top producers, because a high tide raises all boats.
So good, man. It's for the agents, by the agents.
Yep.
Jason, thanks so much for being here today. I do have to throw you under the bus, so get ready.
All right, let's do this.
There is a fact about Mavwick's fragrances tied to Jason's past.
Ooh.
Jason, do you want to share it, or would you rather Brooke share it?
Oh, no, I want to
We
see.
saw a post up there where someone asked, "Is that Jason
I want to see how
Brightenstone?"
Brooks explains this.
You do not.
Okay.
You better explain it quickly yourself.
So, interesting fact, I actually dated Megan's mom when I was 15, 16 years old. May have been her first boyfriend. Someone asked if I was potentially her dad, and I clarified that is not the case.
Oh, my God.
I guarantee I
We're
am.
going to end on that note. That was so
not.
good.
But
we just settled
big
the score.
supporter of Mavwick's fragrances.
They were
Yeah.
so great, dude. If you missed it, if you're just hopping on, this is a double CEO Spotlight episode of the Infinite Agent podcast. And the reason we named this the Infinite Agent podcast is because the opportunity is to build a business that is absolutely infinite, not limited by jurisdiction, proximity, county lines, state lines, goals. This is limited only by your own mindset. And we talk about mindset, we talk about growth, we talk about perseverance, and we talk about God, because we believe that if you put God first, your spouse second if you have one, your children third, and work will fall in place. Just keep the alignment of the way it's all meant to be. Everything else falls into place. Eddie, I got to honor you, man. Thanks so much for being here today.
Yeah.
He flew all the way from Chicago, Illinois, not to be here. I'm not going to make it like he was, but he flew all the way from Chicago, Illinois, and made some time to hop on the Infinite Agent podcast. And he helped us do the DNA test to deny the fact that Jason is Megan's father. That is so funny. But thank you so much, man. And as we sat on this literal podcast, we gained an agent. That is inspiring.
Amazing. And you know, I've been waiting to be able to do this. So I'm gonna say this. Thank you, Texas.
Yes.
Go. All
Right
right.
there. Illinois, you heard it live.
All right, guys. Well, Eddie and I have to go get his Texas tattoo. We got to be there at 6 o'clock. Eddie, you're getting a tattoo tonight.
What's it gonna say?
It's just going to be Texas 1984. Just kidding. Oh, man, this has been a good time. If you had a good time, thank you for being in here with us. If you're watching this on the replay and you didn't get to catch this live, thank you for being with us. If you want to see Eddie get a tattoo, put that in the chat below, and we'll see what happens. We're going to have a good time. Eddie's here for the next few days, and we're going to continue building Texas. Thank you to Megan and her CEO, her brother-in-law, for being absolutely excellent guests. They brought the heat. I'm so proud of them. And blessings on Mavwick's Fragrances. Continued blessings on Mark Demas and Eddie Garcia at the top of Realty of America.
Yes.
Amen.
You're leading this company in a great direction, and I can't wait till next Wednesday when we do this all over again. Same time, same place. We'll see you guys next time. Episode 10's in the history books. See you.
Scrolling through the listings late at night, looking for a pad that's out